I really want to thank the Generation Intertribal Council for allowing me the honor to read the opening message. Now, Vallejo is known for its diversity, and the indigenous people that populated this area long before it became the city of Vallejo are celebrated today for their work, their love of their land, and most of all their culture, which they're sharing with us today. And over the next 2 days, visitors will be able to see many Native American handicraft and artwork, and you'll see and hear Native American music, dancers, and taste the different foods. I heard there's buffalo burgers right there. Okay. So, again, I'm proud to welcome the Intertribal Council back to the waterfront to celebrate their heritage and to share it with us. As always, the next 2 days will be a wonderful family event that'll be enjoyed by all of us. So, again, on behalf of the city of Vallejo, I'd like to read the welcoming message. But we've been given permission to give land acknowledgement on behalf of the Karkan Ohlone people, on whose land you stand. Vallejo is unceded territory to the Karkan Ohlone people, whose ancestors and relationships with this land for thousands of years prior to the colonization of the Catholic Church, the Mexican land grants, and what is now called the United States. The Karkan Ohlone still survive after 200 years of occupation of their lands, and invite you to be good guests as you live, work, and play in their territory. They send greetings to all that participate in this year's powwow, and thank the organizers for this beautiful tribal event. So again, on behalf of the City of Vallejo and the Vallejo City Council, we welcome you back and are looking forward to a very wonderful and successful event. So thank you so very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I'm showing up fashionably late because I'm representing all the women, all the mamas. And you know we had to hustle this morning, wake up, cook breakfast, make sure everyone made it here. So I want to thank you. And was pulled up listening to Val. I want to thank all the dancers, all the singers, everyone who came, all of you who came. It's a prayer when you come. Everyone who's doing the singing and the dancing. It's not only to be beautiful, but it's also a prayer for all of us. So all of you that took the time to come out here, thank you for all of that. Sometimes we work so hard. We're traveling. In the summertime, we're also, this is also part of our work, to get together and sing and dance. All the dancers here, a lot of them made their regalia, or their families made their regalia. Every part of that was a prayer, was a dream. So I want you all to remember that when you're seeing the different regalia moving, people dancing, that's all part of the prayer. It's important to recognize the ancestors of this land, so I appreciate Val and all his knowledge. To recognize the people from this land that are still to this very day fighting for their rights and recognition. And so we asked the permission for us to be here, so that's beautiful because that's another part of the prayer. All the vendors that come, you guys, there's things here that you can only buy here today. So it might seem expensive, or even if you try to get a little deal, you help all the people out with every purchase that you make, and that's also part of the prayer. That's part of helping each other survive in this world. And so all of this is a prayer for good times, for the earth, our beautiful earth. I just came back from over the seas from Europe 2 days ago, and it changed my life in terms of that I saw different parts of the world and how important the earth is and how important our culture is, how beautiful we are, how much our songs and prayers mean all over the world. So not only are we dancing here for the land and everyone here, we're also dancing for the whole earth, the whole Mother Earth, even the whole universe, everyone. We're earthlings, but we're also part of a universe. So today, you and me have the privilege of living another beautiful day with this beautiful cool air and the sun and the wind and the music. Everyone, those are the gifts of the mortals. So everyone that you miss in that spirit world, think of them today and bring their spirit here in a prayer. And enjoy this beautiful day for yourself and everyone you love, and pray for the people you love to be in here today. And there's a teaching that comes from my mama, and she's on her way too. If I'm late, she's double late. And that is change for exchange. So if you need sadness or hardship, everyone, look at these prayers and these dances and exchange that today. That prayer
Are you watching me?
Yeah. Prayer. So everyone, take in those prayers. Ooh, and it is very important. We dance for those that cannot dance. Because even being able to dance, everyone is a blessing. Right? Being able to dance is a blessing. Remember that later on when it gets hotter and the dancers come out barefoot, they're dancing also for the blessing. So enjoy this part and remember that sometimes people get things mistaken and they say, oh, why is something, what does this mean? Or why is it going on so long? And what happens is
Father, dear Spirit, I ask at this time, bless each and every one of us in this arena, dear Father, community. Especially these people that are making this thing happen, dear Father. Bless the native people from this land, dear Father, Miwoks, Ohlonies, all these folks from this land. We are in their land. If nobody else respect that, we Indians, we respect that. So I want to thank you and bless each and every one of them for how they have gone through and they have survived. So Grandfather, I want to thank you too for the men and women who were served. This government, Grandfather, for they even suffered and they even got hurt and they even died out there, Grandfather Creator. Let's not forget our veterans, Grandfather Creator. Also want to give blessings to the men and women who are behind the walls, Grandfather. They are our people. Whatever the reason, they have to answer for that one, not me and you. We don't have to judge them. They're already being judged, sentenced, and doing time. But they are our people, and we cannot turn our back on them. Because they came from a woman too. And they're sick of human beings. And Grandfather, bless all our children here. I pray that they all go to school and do well in life, Grandfather Creator. This culture is prison prevention. This is going to be drug and alcohol prevention, domestic abuse prevention, and we can return our family unity of the Father Creator. We can repay that with this waste. Let's not forget who we are. The only one that can keep our culture alive, our spiritual waste, is us. Nobody else can do it for us. They can read about us, they can see little CDs and DVDs and all that. But we need to practice it and share with all our relatives, the Father Creator, especially our loved ones, the Father Creator. Aho Mitakwye.
Aaron Bear, Powwow and Cherokee, he beat the lead singer,
Thank you,
drum keeper of that drum, the Southern Drum, Aho Southern Drum, out of the Sacramento area. So when you are ready, fellows, starting song.
something today with the beginning of our gourd dance session. Many of the people that come to do these things here that are involved in that sacred circle are families. Families on top of families. Same clans, bands, blood families, extended families. They dance, they sing. We had a local elder here, Marge Grow. She's Miwok from over at West Point originally. She's from the Jeff family. She took care of this arena by smoking it off with wormwood. To around the whole circle with that wormwood medicine. Took care of it that way. We're going to begin gourd dance around noon. So first call, gourd dancers. We're about 20 minutes inside of that. Be just a little bit after. It's 11:47 Pacific Coast West time. And beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon we've been blessed with on this Sunday to get together, native and non-native, to make relations, make friends, make new friends and acquaintances, relations, family, get together, dance and sing and celebrate. Aaron Bear and Company are getting ready to deliver our gourd dance songs. Aaron Bear and Company in the house. So good morning, Aaron Bear and Company, our host Southern Drum. Sundance. It goes back to the 1800s and before. There was a period that I spoke about yesterday. I'll review it again for those of you who may not have been here yesterday, need to rehear it, that who did hear it, about this dance. It was outlawed in 1880 at the 51st Congress. The 51st Congress outlawed it in 1880. And that was 4 years after the defeat of Custer's 7th Cavalry at the Little Bighorn. What we know as the Greasy Grass Battle. The Lakota and their allies, the Cheyenne, and some Arapaho that were there, defeated Custer's 7th Cavalry in less than a half an hour. There were other tribes that were on the way, including Kiowa. Kiowa were on the way there to help out. Blackfeet were on the way to help out. But by the time they got there, it was all done. They had defeated Custer's 7th. Late June, 1776. But in 1880, that was when Senator Sam Dawes put forth an edict to outlaw dances such as this one. This is from a warrior society, folks. This is one of many that we have today. Much was forgotten, but not all. Some of the folks had to go underground, including non-native people, to help keep this going. So to this day, we have this. This dance was brought back after that law that the 51st Congress in 1880 made was rescinded. The Auburn Indian Alliance right there setting up. They're going to have a co-ed drum there in that spot, our women's drum in that spot there, one of our visiting drums. We want to welcome back Sweet Medicine too. So when you're ready, Aaron. pulling out one of our veterans here. Gonna get his name, one of our warriors. He's in his fatigues right there. One of our singers is pulling him out to honor him at this time. We want to ask you to come on out and shake his hand. He's right up here. We're gonna get his information in a moment. He's right here next to Louis Medina. He's between Louis Medina right next to Louis right there. In his fatigues, we're honoring one of our warriors at this time. And Rogelio Santillan. He's flanked by Rogelio Santillan and Louis Medina. Come out and shake his hand. We're talking Warrior Society songs here, folks, so it's so appropriate to do this. I would say he's U.S. Army. We'll find out his name and rank and all and get it to you. Sosa. He's in the Army, U.S. Army veteran right there. A little money at his feet right there. U.S. Army veteran, Sosa. George Sosa. Aho. Thank you for that applause for him. Come out and shake his hand. It's not too late. Hurry. Pick that money up right there. This is a U.S. Army veteran we're honoring right here. U.S. Army veteran, just back. He's a young man. We know the history of our veterans going to fight. Average age of 19. He looks very young. He's already had to go out and be out there in that battlefield. Louis, bring him over for a minute. Louis, bring him this way. I want to make sure and get all his information so people know who he is. Our veterans, our fellow veterans are coming over to shake his hand. Ooh. As we continue. Private Moses Sosa was being honored here. Give him a big round of applause. U.S. Army, Private Sosa. Just a young man. Send him my prayers and respect. Thank you, Moses. The reason I'm stepping out here is a continuation of what we did yesterday. These dancers here, with their rattles and their fans, they're out here in this sun. As I spoke earlier, this gourd dance at Taipei was a warrior society originally from the Kiowa people. These are all warriors here. And they're not determined as warriors by the U.S. government, even though many of them carry and wear on their red and blue blankets their rank and file, and also their tribal origins. And that includes Charles Koshaway here, our arena director. A warrior is a warrior by way of the people. And a warrior will defend a warrior's people with his or her life. Did you notice I said that? Because we have women warriors here. You know, some of them will be bringing our colors in this afternoon. We're going to ask you at this time to take care of our singers. We're still in ceremony at this point in time. We haven't started the powwow proper. That begins at 1 o'clock with grand entry. The pageantry of the dancers that start on the east side of the arena there. There's Charles, who's going to stand guard at that blanket. This is how it works. We ask you to be generous. Reach down and get $1 or $2 and put on the blanket out there on behalf of our singers. I'll start with myself. So come on out and shake hands with our dancers. Whatever you can afford, $1, $2, $5, $10. Shake hands with our dancers and our arena director standing guard to that blanket. This helps our singers. This is not an easy job to do on top of learning powwow songs, but to know the ceremonial songs and to sing them in a particular procession from start to finish. And it's been going that way this weekend, starting yesterday with the starting song they started yesterday. We proceed this way all the way through for 2 days. Back there where this originated, the heart of the Kiowa Nation there in Carnegie, Oklahoma, they do these for 4 days. Straight gourd dance. There's one of our old home elders, Val. Good to see you. And the old home people, thank you. Oh. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, young man. Thank you, young lady. We have one of the representatives from the Richmond Powwow here. She'll be speaking with you in a little bit. That's coming up in November. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Mrs. Windfeathers right there. Thank you very much. Aho, thank you. Come on out and put $1 or $2 on the blanket on behalf of our host Southern Drum, Aaron Bear and Company. We've been working very hard just with this aspect. Being a host Southern Drum, they hold down the fort that way. Not only the songs, the gourd dance songs, but the powwow songs. But right now, this is for the gourd dance songs, to help them get them something cool to drink, a little extra gas in the tank. You honor them this way by putting an offering on that blanket on behalf of their singing. This doesn't go to the dancers, but goes to the singers. They work in unison to make you feel good with these songs, these gourd dance songs.
Oji Dewe Kangu Dadish, Courtney Belletti Cummings, Northern Cheyenne Rick Creek, Fort Berthold, North Dakota. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Thank you to the Vallejo Powwow Committee for putting this on. We've missed you. Thank you to all the people who are here for your first time, or as seasoned people, dancers, and veterans. We appreciate you. Thank you to the ancestors and to the ones that are coming up. I just want to thank the Powwow Committee on behalf of the Richmond Powwow area. We want to thank you, and we, just want to, our heartfelt thanks to you all for remembering us, and apologize that we will not be able to participate with the Fry Red booth this year. The November 2nd is the Richmond 10th Year Powwow Committee, Community Powwow, and it's been, that's 10 years in Richmond for our Native people, and that's an accomplishment from the Native Americans that have put that together. So I just want to, give Creator all the thanks, and thank you to my ancestors for allowing this to happen. But I really appreciate that we're taking a moment to express the education for MMIW. are murdered and missing Indigenous women. As I put on my face paint today, normally I put on my Arikara tribe face paint when I come to the powwows, but today there's too many of our women that are missing. And as I put it on, I cried because I can imagine what it feels like when one of our women are taken by a man by force and then murdered or sometimes released, as many of our women have been also. So prayers to them and to the officers and to the people across this country. Please look for our women. They're important too. Just because they may not be, whatever the thoughts are, we deserve the honor and the respect for look for our people by our officers. Please continue to express and let our people know that our women are missing out there. And it may be hard sometimes to tell the truth and the facts, and you may not be popular, but remember to protect your people, what Creator has given you. And if you go against the grain for your people and your ancestors, you're doing the right thing. And you may not be popular, but it's okay, because if that's what your heart says to do, do it, because your ancestors are talking to you. The Great Spirit is speaking to you. Continue to fight for what is right in this community, in this country, for our people, and Aho. Thank you.
Courtney Cummings, the Richmond Powwow. That one's coming up. It's the Honoring Our Elders Powwow, location to be announced November 2nd, 10 to 6. The 10th annual one in Richmond, right in your backyard. There's our arena director right there in the vest and the white cowboy hat, Mr. Charles Koshaway. So veterans, we got bunches of them there volunteering to carry. But make sure that Galeson Eagle Star gets that AIM flag. Galeson Eagle Star, my Kola from back in South Dakota. He's been living in Sonoma for years. He's an AIM warrior. He was a good friend of Russell Means and Dennis Banks. He ran with those fellows. And Fred Short, who was mentioned yesterday. And a former beret right here, Richard Windfeathers, from the Pickery people out of Taos, New Mexico. We'll give you time sometime later there, Richard, for your KIA presentation, the Gold Star families. You let me know when you're ready to do that. These are our veterans, our flag carriers. Folks, I want to say something about our Wanbli Wapahans there. That's the Eagle Staffs. They always go in front. That represents the indigenous folks, especially Great Plains people, but all today, Native people carry that Eagle Staff. That's always in front. Because at one time, our relatives fought against that red, white, and blue. Each one of those stars represents a patch of land on Great Turtle Island, including Hawaii, indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere. And then once again, I say this and correct you when you say Indian, because we are not Indians. Though people use that word, the Indian people come from the Vedic people in India. They are the Indians, we are not. Even though our people sometimes use that word, it's a misnomer when you apply it to indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere. We all joke about Indian cars and all that. That's a joke. Yeah, fry bread and that, but it's only the word that came from Christopher Columbus. He hung that albatross around our neck. We don't have a word for that in any of our tribal languages, so I correct that in a good way. I'm not saying this again to make anybody angry at me or anything, but it's just the truth. That's the way it is. I learned that from my elders. We need that tarp for our host Northern Drum. Red Hoop, you'll be singing our Flag and Victory song this afternoon. Red Hoop, you'll have the Flag and Victory song. We need a tarp to put their drum down too, Powwow Committee, Melissa and company. For our host Northern Drum, they need the tarp there. It's still pretty soggy on the ground there. Okay, so once again, right, our co-MC Maggie Steele is here. She'll be helping out. She's Chiricahua and Comanche. Had a little problem with her knee this morning. Didn't think she'd make it, but she's here. The warm sun and hopefully good prayers will help her heal. We thank these singers. Let's get our drums, our dancers, a big round of applause before we start. And I want to ask you to give a big round of applause to our Powwow Committee and volunteers. All of them. I've been naming them all day. Not each and every one, but if I did not name you as a Powwow Committee volunteer, know that you're not forgotten. So let's give the 7 Generations Powwow Committee a big thank you. Who? Maggie. Say hello to the good people.
Good afternoon, everybody. Looking good. I like to come in right at the last minute, make sure everybody's ready to go. So thank you, everyone, for coming again. It's a beautiful day. You stay the whole day and you finish up the ceremony. This is a modern day ceremony because we get together and sing and dance and share prayers. And everyone makes a sacrifice to come here. So thank you everyone for coming again. And it's even more sunny and beautiful. So make sure you drink your water and buy your things and come out and dance when it's intertribal dance. So I also want to thank all the drums again too for coming. I see we got all 4 drums, so that's nice everyone came back. And I see even more people today. So it's a beautiful day today.
That's Maggie Steele, our co-MC. She's Chiricahua, Apache, and Comanche. Anyway, we got 4 drums, 2 visiting, 2 host. Our host drum, host southern drum, Aaron Bear, you'll have the grand entry song. Charles, our arena director says, let's stand and remove our head coverings. We're going to go over to our host southern drum this time for our grand entry song as we bring in our dancers, starting with our Wopila Tanka. Let's all stand and remove our head coverings as the color starts to unfold before you. Aaron Bear and company, take them away. Our arena director is honoring that first verse, where we say that first push-up. And we'll get our dancers to make their way into the entry of the circle on the second verse of the song. That's appropriate. Honor that first push-up, that first verse, for the singers there. Get the dancers ready to go. So we're going to do this on the second push-up. Get your cameras out. Get your recording instruments ready. There's that second push-up. Here we go. Make your way into that circle, fellas. Carrying the eagle staff on the inside. The Gold Star supporter. And from the Taos people of New Mexico, he's the KIA, killed in action. He's got it right there on his eagle staff there. Richard Windfeathers. Next to him, Rogelio Santillan carrying the second on the outside. Wopila Tanka, as it's known in the Lakota language, eagle staff. Ornate with golden eagle feathers. Right behind them are men and women warriors. And especially tribal members who carry tribal flags. We have several tribal flags here. There's that KIA flag right behind the California flag. Killed in action. Recently added to our colors. We've got nations represented there from South Dakota, Oklahoma, Montana, and all the way on the East Coast too. There's a Iroquois flag, an Iroquois tribal flag. The red one with the Iroquois warrior on it. Emblazoned right in the very center, red and yellow. Good to see those tribal flags out there. Speaking of which, as our veterans and our color guard approach the MC stand to acknowledge the local tribe here, the Old Horn tribe. Oh! As an MC stand at this time are our colors. I'm so proud to see that Pakuni flag right there for all us Nitskanich Blackfeet. Aho Mitakwye Oyasin. Aho Oyasin. Kilamia, brother. And the AIM flag. Aho. And there's our brother carrying the Iroquois flag right next to him. Aho, brothers and sisters. Our head man and head woman dancers approaching the MC stand now. Sasheen Little Feather and Michael Running Wind right behind them. Our head teen boy Star McMasters will have his special this afternoon. Our head teen girl Anaya Manuel, her special will be this afternoon. Our head junior boy Joseph Sepsi, his special will be this afternoon. Our head junior girl Hummingbird Montgomery, her special will be this afternoon. And our visiting royalty right behind them. Ahoha. Leading out our women's traditional dancers, a representative of the Richmond Powwow. Northern and Southern women there from many different tribes. Northern Cheyenne, Muskokie, Paiute, Navajo or Dene, Mexica, Lakota. Now, our men, our Apache brothers, leading our men. And followed by that, our men's grass, our Omaha. Shake them up, boys. Our grass dancers. You notice they're all long, tall drinks of water, too. They look good, like that prairie grass. Woo, ha, ha, Omaha. Weeblahan, boys, Weeblahan. Hutcha, 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 hutcha. As our dancers make this way over here, we hope you got some good pictures on there for your YouTube and Facebook and whatever else you're doing with those smartphones and cameras. Yes, indeed. All right. Our grand entry. Keep it going there, Aaron Company. Oh, Chi McWitch, thank you. Please remain standing. I'm going to go over here to my big sister, Marge. She's with the Missing Murdered Indigenous Women's Organization. We'll have a presentation later this afternoon, but please remain standing because she is Indigenous California people, originally out of West Point. Let's give her a big, oh, Marge Grove. She's going to step forward to do our invocation, to speak the great mystery on our behalf. So, Machuxus, Marge.
Machuxus, Kuchi Haima. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here from all nations, where we all get along. We're from all over Turtle Island. Welcome to California. Thank you for being here. My name is Sister Who Walks with Bears. My colonized name is Marge Grow Eppard. I'm from the nation of Miwok. That comes from Yosemite all the way to Sacramento to the Bay Area. I'm the president of Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and People of California. Our treasurer is here also. We're going to be doing a presentation later. That's why we have the face painting right now that's at the red teepee. You can't miss it, where all our flags are right now. Please go over there. You're representing our women, children, men, and boys. Right now, as I'm speaking, somebody is being raped, molested, missing, or murdered. As we're here. So we keep in prayer at all times to keep our people safe, because that government doesn't want us safe. There's a huge genocide going on right now where they're trying to annihilate the sacred life givers, so no more of our generations can be here to see what's going on right now in this beautiful place of Vallejo. Our name is Miwok, but we pronounce it Miwuya, the people. But because everyone knows us Miwok, Miwuk, we're actually Miwuyas. So I'm going to do a little prayer for us right now. I also want to recognize we had warriors that stayed because the Brown Berets are here during the day, and we thank them so much for keeping us safe. We had a few incidences yesterday, but let you know we're safe here. This is safe ground because we as California people take full responsibility for what happens to our people here. And if we do not know this is going on, we cannot do anything about it. So please feel comfortable coming to one of us and saying, this man was talking to me inappropriately, or this one's over here drinking. There is no alcohol or drugs allowed here. We're walking the red road. That's the colonized way of that alcohol. It's poison. Those drugs are poison. It was meant to be brought here. Another genocide against our people that we get hooked on. And we're saying no more of that either. We're taking back our land. Every time you guys put a step out, you're stomping, and it's making that ripple of protection for all of us. We have to stand together in solidarity. I want to give a shout out to Norm Sands, who is the treasurer of MMIWMP of California, and my brother Gailson Eagle Star also. They're the ones, the warriors who stayed all night and patrolled to make sure the vendors' booths were safe, that everybody was safe. So I thank them. Tangi Kamu. Tangi Kamu, creator, for this beautiful day. For all the relations that are here, bless each and every one. The ones that are on their way, give them safe travels here. As we have ones that are transitioning into the unseen world, bless them for all the work that they've done for us to be here. The ones coming into the seen world, bless them, that we are trying to make this world a better place for them. Let them be our new leaders. The next 7 generations are coming. We as elders need to be having patience with them to teach them, to give them our wisdom, not to hold things from them, that you're not from this tribe, we can't teach you our language, we can't teach you the baskets. That's not our way. We want to teach you all before we go. So touch each and every one here, Creator. And when they have to leave, give them the safe travels as they go in the different 4 directions. A hedge of protection, that silver light of protection all around them. Bless their families, because they're here representing their families in a good way. Love each and every one of you. And you should do the same. Bless somebody, go up and shake their hand, hug them. But most important, these little ones that are running around here, we're all aunties, uncles, grandmas, and grandpas. Keep them safe. If you feel there's a predator around, tell one of us. They're our future. Oh, to all my relations.
Ma'it so good, big sister. Ma'it so good. Thank you. Okay, please remain standing. We're going to go over to our host, Northern Drum, for an appropriate Eagle Staff and Charging song. This one comes from the Mandan Hiddaw. It's a tribe over there on the upper Missouri. Mandan Hiddaw, it's a flag song for you. Out of Newtown, North Dakota, this song hails. But it rings true to our Great Turtle Island, for all indigenous people of Great Turtle Island. The upper 50s, 48. Canada, Central America, South America, and the islands. Mandan Hiddaw, it's a flag song. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. On the victory song. No. Flag song for you. 500 nations strong, alone, right here in the upper 48. Some of them we don't hear about anymore, but they are around. From the East Coast to the West Coast, Northwest, Southeast, and in between. Many great nations, the Great Turtle Island. This is our Patriot song for those Eagle Staffs you see there. But one time our warriors fought against that red, white, and blue, and that Canadian flag that now we carry with honor. Here we go, our victory song. Red Hoop, sing it, make them dance. The victory song. We are alive, and we are here, and we are victorious. Ah, yes. Speaking of Canada, that's a Canadian victory song from Northern Cree. Aho! Want to thank color guards, all you color carriers, flag carriers, tribal flag carriers and all. Sing it, Red Hoop. Hi, 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 hi. We're going to go to post our colors. Northern protocol, after the first 2 push-ups, we start to post our colors during the song. Current Eagle staff there, Rogelio Santillan. Thank you, Rogelio. Carrying the second Eagle staff, the KIA flag from the Pickery people out of Taos, New Mexico, Richard Windfeathers. Oh, thank you. You're going to get some help there. POW flag being carried by one of our Marine Corps veterans. Hoorah! Semper Fi! Aho! One of our women warrior veterans right there carrying that POW flag. One of our women warriors right there. Aho, thank you. State California flag. Aho, being posted. Hi, hi, hi. Another one of our women warriors carrying a Dakota Rosebud flag right there. Ho-ha. Oh, let's continue to keep posting. There's a tribal flag being posted right there. Thank you very much. And make your place with your comrades in arms right over there. There's a tribal flag there. And this is the KIA flag. This one was brought about in this area by Richard Windfeathers. It's the KIA flag. Been about 7 years since he brought about this flag here for the folks to help to remember our veterans. The KIA flag, red, of course, for the blood spilled in battle, killed in action. Self-explanatory right there. Folks, these are our warriors as we post our colors, including from Flandreau, South Dakota. Another tribal flag there. Into a Contawan flag there. Aho. Pelamia. All right, and then we have another South Dakota flag. We got a Lakota and Dakota flags. The Lower Brule flag, their Lower Brule flag right there being posted. Again, Pelamia. All my relations there. Mitakwye Oyasin. All right, Nitskanich. My people there, our people, the Blackfeet, Bakuni, out of Montana, and also on the Canadian side, Siksika, Sokapi, the Blackfoot flag, Nitsitapi, Maitsokut. And we have another flag, the Seneca Nation, a Haudnisani, being posted right here. You know, the Seneca people, the Iroquois language family, and that includes you Cherokees out there, your relatives of the Seneca. All you Cherokees, OCO, Wado, that flag right there represents you and the U.S. Constitution, which came from the Iroquois Confederacy, not the Magna Carta. The U.S. Constitution is a grandchild of the Iroquois Confederacy by way of Sachem, our Chief Ganasadedo. Here we go, a flag, the AIM flag being carried by Makola. Give these AIM warriors a big round of applause. Gilson Eagle Star. He traveled with Russell Means and Dennis Banks and the Baton Courts and that. Pelamia, brother. And we have a flag from the northwest coast, the potlatch culture being posted right here. Beautiful to see these tribal flags being posted. People, the fishermen, the whalers of the northwest, all the way up to British Columbia, Washington and that. Home of Sasquatch, the Bigfoot. We got another Iroquois flag there, the Iroquois flag proper. That's an Iroquois warrior on that flag right there. The Haudnisani people. They got that smoke dance back there. Ooh, ha. I'm getting tingles when I think about that. The Iroquois flag proper. Haudnisani, as they say in their own language of their people there. And there's the Southern Cheyenne flag there. All right. Wishistas, Southern Cheyenne flag, our relatives. And then the Canadian flag. We know in the Cree language, Kanum, the land that's beautiful and pristine in the Cree language. Kanum, Canadian flag right there for all you Canadians, you Canucks. All right. I got some distant kin up there myself. All right. And we have our colors posted. We're going to dismiss our veterans. Oh, give them a big round of applause. All of our veterans are color guards. Thank you very much. Give them a bigger round of applause than that. Let them hear you. Give them some love. That's more like it. And now we're going to introduce you to our head staff. Our head dancer hails from the Seneca. Chiricahua Apache, he's a heck of a dancer and a good bro. Michael Running Wind. He's also a veteran, too. He's done several tours in Afghanistan and Iraq. Our head woman dancer, Sasheen Littlefeather. Apache. Charles, that's the boss. Hi, jokes. All right. Head teen boy dancer, Star McMasters, Cherokee Creek. His special will be this. All of our youth category dancers, our head dancers, they'll have their specials this afternoon. Our head teen girl dancer, Anaya Manuel, Yokuts and Comanche. Coming forward together in tandem. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Give them both a round of applause. Our junior head boy is Joseph Sepsi, Little Chief Joseph Bishop Paiute. Our head junior girl dancer, Hummingbird Montgomery, representing also the, I'll introduce her as royalty in a moment. Come forward, kids. She's Mono, Chukchansi, Cherokee, Yaqui. That's a lot of tribes in one person, huh? All right, and our visiting royalty for you. Representing the CVRR, Red Road Powwow down in Fresno, New Year Powwow, Rebecca Manuel. And she's a beautiful dancer. Imani Manuel, Sister Imani, Table Mountain Junior Princess. Representing the Three Rivers Lodge Princess Powwow 2019-2020, Sage Hackett. And last but not least, almost last but not least, we got one more. She's our head dancer too. Summer Rose Harrison, Little Cloud, representing Richmond Powwow. She's from that Harrison family out of New Mexico and Nevada. Okay, Hummingbird, step forward again and give a wave. She's representing the Big Sandy Rancheria Princess 2019-2020. She's your head junior girl dancer. We're going to get right into your specials a little bit later on. Charles, how about some intertribals? Okay. Oh, before we do, though, I want to finish introducing the rest of our head staff, starting with our arena director, Mr. Charles Koshaway. Our host drums, the host Southern Drum over there, Aaron Barron Company out of Sacramento. Our host Northern Drum, Red Hoop Singers. We got a sound man back here, Jaime. You just know him as Jaime. And his helper back here, Billy, for the sound man. And last but not least, representing the Plains, Cree, Blackfeet, Choctaw, Missouri tribes, Val Shadowhawk. Good to be with you this